Good evening students, welcome back to online maths class. So in the last class we have started with the exercise 3.2 introduction and we have given the table for all the trigonometric ratios and the angles were there in the radian. So in today's class we are going to discuss some of the important conditions and later we will be discussing about the sign of trigonometric functions. So out of those four conditions I will be starting with the two conditions. So what are those formulas? So we have sine 2n pi plus x which is equals to sin x, then cos 2n pi plus x which is equals to cos x. So now I'll be discussing how exactly we are getting and on what basis you are writing sin 2n pi plus x which is equals to sin x and cos 2n pi plus x which is equals to cos x. So here I have considered a unit circle. Unit circle means a circle whose radius is 1 unit and then we have taken 4 points A, B, C, D. Now I will take a point P on the unit circle. So let us take the point P on the unit circle. So I will be taking a point P. Yes, this is the point P now. This is the point P. Then what are the coordinates of the point P? The coordinates of the point P are either A comma B or cos x comma sin x. So the other way it can be, one second. Well, so here cos x comma sin x, cos x comma sin x. I have taken a point P whose coordinates are cos x comma sin x. Actually the coordinates are A comma B. A is going to be cos x and B it will be sin x. And this OP makes an angle x radian. It makes an angle x radian. It makes an angle x radian with the positive direction of x-axis. So now I will take one complete revolution here. So let us take one complete revolution. So I start from this point. Then again coming back to the same point. So this is going to be one complete revolution now. This is going to be one complete revolution. So here it is either 0 degree or 2 pi radian. Either it is 0 degree or 2 pi radian. On x-axis either you have the 0 degree or the 360 degree or 2 pi radian. So now, so this is one complete revolution. So this angle plus I will take this angle now, this extra. So one complete revolution is nothing but 2 pi plus I am taking this angle. Plus I am taking this angle. What is this angle? This angle is nothing but the x. Overall, what is the total angle now? From here to here? From here to here. It is going to be 2 pi plus x. So it is going to be 2 pi plus x. So 2 pi plus x. The angle is going to be 2 pi. This angle, it will be 2 pi plus x. So now what are the coordinates? So you are at the same point. The coordinates are cos 2 pi plus x and then sin 2 pi plus x. The coordinates are P of cos 2 pi plus x comma sin 2 pi plus x. So these are the coordinates. Now compare the corresponding x coordinate and the corresponding y coordinate. So compare those coordinates, what we get now. So what is the x coordinate here? Cos x is going to be the x coordinate. Here cos of 2 pi plus x and then here we have sin of 2 pi plus x. So this is regarding the one complete revolution plus this extra angle. This extra angle is nothing but x. One complete revolution it is 2 pi. This extra angle it is x. Overall we get 2 pi plus x. Now if you want to go for another rotation, if you want to take up one more revolution, yes, if you want to take one more revolution, so what exactly we get? So from here to here it is 2 pi. Now I'll take one more revolution, so it is 4 pi now. So we are having 2 revolutions, that is nothing but 4 pi. Till here it is 4 pi, plus I will take this extra angle now. This extra angle is nothing but x. So overall 4 pi, 2 revolutions plus this extra angle, 2 pi, so sorry, 4 pi plus x. 2 revolutions means 4 pi, the angle will be 4 pi, plus this extra angle, it will be 4 pi plus x. 4 pi plus x. I hope you are getting how we are getting 4 pi plus x. Now what are the coordinates? What are the coordinates? The total angle, 2 complete revolutions plus this extra angle. So it is cos of 4 pi plus x, comma sin of 4 pi plus x. So the coordinates of P are cos of 4 pi plus x, comma sin of 4 pi plus x. So these are the coordinates of the point P. Now again compare cos of 4 pi plus x equal to cos x and sin of 4 pi plus x equal to sin x. So here what we get from both the cases, cos 2 pi plus x, this is equals to cos x, and then sin 2 pi plus x, this is equals to sin x. So this is regarding one complete revolution plus x extra angle. We take that small angle that is extra, which is x. Then if we take 2 revolutions, 2 complete revolutions plus this extra angle will give us 4 pi plus x. So this is one set now. The another set will be cos of 4 pi plus x, cos of 4 pi plus x, which is equals to cos x. Corresponding x coordinate compare ಮಾಡಿರಲಿ, cos of 4 pi plus x which is equals to cos x. x coordinate compare ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ y coordinate compare ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So now sin of 4 pi plus x which is equals to sin x. So this is the second case. So like this we can have the third case as well. ಹೌದ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿವಿ. ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 6 pi ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ. ಓವರಾಲ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ 6 pi plus this extra small angle, that is going to be x. 6 pi plus x, 8 pi plus x, 10 pi plus x. So ಇದೇ ಥರ ಬರ್ತವೆ. So instead of writing this particular cases, can we generalize this? So think about this. Can we generalize? Yes, we can generalize these two cases. Instead of writing 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, 10 pi, 20 pi and so on, I can write 2n pi. So here, see here, this 2 pi can be written as cos of 2 into 1 into pi. This is 2 pi plus x. Then now this cos 4 pi plus x can be written as cos of 2 into pi plus x. So this is cos 2 pi plus x, this is cos 4 pi plus x. So cos 4 pi ನೇ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬರ್ದಿವಿ ಈಗ 2 into pi plus x ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು 1 2 3 ಇದೇ ಥರ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು this continues. For the next case we get cos of, ಅಂದರೆ 6 pi ಇರ್ತದೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಆ 6 pi ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬರಿಬೋದು ನಾವು? cos of 2 into 3 into pi plus x. So what are these 1 2 3? These are nothing but the integers. So instead of writing 1 2 3 4 5 and so on, I can replace that by small n. So where n is going to be the integer. So what are the final formulas now? We can have one second. We can have, instead of writing these particular cases, I can generalize it. Sin 2n pi plus x, this is equals to sin x, and then cos 2n pi plus x which is equals to 2n pi plus x which is equals to cos x. So where n is any integer, where n is any integer, where n is any integer. So this is regarding the first set of formulas, sin 2n pi plus x and cos 2n pi plus x. So quickly go through this, then I'll be taking up the next two formulas. Well, I'll be going for the next one. Yes. Well, here again we have considered a unit circle whose radius will be 1 unit. So now the next set of formulas are sin x equal to 0. Sin x equal to 0 implies x equal to n pi, implies x which is equals to n pi, where n is an integer, and then cos x which is equals to 0 implies x which is equals to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So sin x will be 0 when x is n pi, and cos x becomes 0 when x is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So let us discuss how exactly we get these two cases. So I'll be taking a point P on the unit circle. So let me take the point P. So I'll be taking a point P on the unit circle. Yes. So mark this point now. What are the coordinates of the point P? A comma B or cos x comma sin x. So here P of cos x comma sin x. P of cos x comma sin x, and this OP makes an angle x radian. So this angle, it is going to be x radian. So now let us consider on the x-axis any point on the x-axis whose y coordinate will be 0. Whenever you consider a point on x-axis, y coordinate it will be 0. So that's what I will write now. Point on x-axis, any point, I'll take any point on x-axis. So y coordinate will be 0. Y coordinate becomes 0. Y coordinate, it is going to be 0. So now for this point P, what is the y coordinate? It is sin x. The y coordinate, it will be sin x. So now I'll be taking the sin x now. This implies sin x which is equals to 0. Sin x becomes 0 because it is the y coordinate. So sin x becomes 0 for what angles? See here, on x-axis what are the angles we get? On x-axis we get either 0 degree or the 2 pi radian. 0 degree or the 2 pi radian. So see here, I start from this point, it is the 0 degree, then one complete revolution. So one complete revolution, exactly, it is 2 pi radian. So from here to here, is it nothing but 180 degree or the pi radian? So it is the pi radian. I'll write pi here, it is pi. If we take only this, it is pi radian, and if we take this entire revolution, it is going to be 2 pi radian. Now from this again I'll go for one more rotation. So here to here, from here to here, it is 3 pi radian. It will be 3 pi. So I write 3 pi here. Then from this to here, so we have two complete revolutions now. It is 4 pi radian. Then from this one more revolution. So till here it is a 5 pi. So till there it is a 5 pi. Then so 3 complete revolutions means it will be 6 pi. it will be 6 pi. So all these angle pi, 3 pi, 5 pi and 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi and so on. So it will be continued. It will be continued. So now this continues 6 pi, then next it will be 8 pi and so on. And then here also it continues. So 5 pi, 7 pi, 9 pi and so on. So for all these angles sin x value becomes 0. For all these angles sin x value becomes 0. Sin x which is equals to 0. Sin x equal to 0. So you can see the yesterday's table. We have given sin 0 degree, it is 0. Sin 2 pi or 360, it is 0. Sin pi, it is 0. So sin x equal to 0 if x which is equals to 0 degree, pi, 2 pi, then 3 pi, then 4 pi and so on. It continues. So whenever you are taking the anti-clockwise direction, this is anti-clockwise direction. Now what happens if you measure the angle in a clockwise direction? So let us consider those cases now. So I'll be considering the angles which we measure in clockwise direction. So now this is the center of the circle. So now I'll start from this point now. From here to here, it is going to be minus pi radian. So it is minus pi. If you start from this and if you measure in the anti-clockwise direction, we get the positive angle, and if you measure the angle in the clockwise direction, it is the negative angle. So that is why I am writing minus pi. So initially it will be 0 degree. Now from here to here, it is one complete revolution. So what we get now, we are measuring in the clockwise direction. So and one complete revolution, it will be minus 2 pi radian. It is going to be minus 2 pi. Then again I start from this point and will go one more rotation till here. It is total one complete revolution, it is minus 2 pi, and till here it is minus pi. Minus 2 pi minus pi, it will be minus 3 pi. I will be writing here minus 3 pi. Then 2 revolutions. So it will be minus 4 pi. So it will be minus 4 pi. Like this it continues. And then one more rotation. So it will be minus 5 pi. And so on. And here also, if you complete the third revolution, you get minus 6 pi and so on. So like this it continues for all the angles, for all the negative angles. So now sin x is 0 for these negative angles now. If x which is equals to 0 degree and then minus pi, then minus 2 pi and then minus 3 pi, then minus 4 pi and so on. This continues. So now observe this. Here you have the positive angles, here you have the negative angles. So can you generalize this? So just think about this. Instead of writing all these information, can we generalize? Yes, we can. So let us generalize this formula now. So sin x equal to 0 implies x which is equals to n pi. Instead of writing 1 pi, 2 pi or minus 1 pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, I am replacing those numbers by n, where small n is the integer, x equal to n pi, where n belongs to z, where n is any integer. So now onwards you will have to remember this formula. So this is going to be very important. So this is going to be very important. Sin x equal to 0 implies x which is equals to n pi. So sin value will be 0 whenever we have n pi. That means 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi or minus 1 pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi. On the x-axis, y coordinate will be 0. The y coordinate, it is nothing but the sin x. So this is how we have got sin x equal to 0 implies x equal to n pi. So quickly go through this. Then I'll be discussing about how we get this. Cos x equal to 0 implies x which is equals to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So I'll rub this. Well, so this was the center, this is the point C, and this will be x dash. Yes, so again we have taken a point P on the unit circle whose coordinates are cos x comma sin x, and this OP makes an angle x radian. This angle is x radian with the positive direction of x axis. Now come to the y axis. On y axis, which coordinate will be 0? Point on y axis such that x coordinate will be 0. Any point on the y axis, any point on y axis, x coordinate becomes 0. The corresponding x coordinate becomes 0. So what is the x coordinate of the point P? So here x coordinate is nothing but the cos x. So cos x becomes 0 now. Cos x becomes 0. So this implies cos x which is equals to 0 if we have to find the angles now. So x axis ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ angles ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ರೀ? 0 degree, pi radian, 2 pi radian, 3 pi radian, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi ಅವೆಲ್ಲ angles x axis ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. So now what are the angles that we get on the y axis? So observe here, on y axis we get 90 degree. We get 90 degree on y axis. So this angle will be 90, and then so this is going to be 90, and then from this if you rotate till here we get 270. So we get 90, 270 plus this angle. So all those angles will lie on the y axis. So let us discuss about that now. I start from this point and I have stopped here. So what is this angle now? This is nothing but the pi by 2. Now rotate further. So what is this angle now? This is going to be from here to here, it is 270 degree or 3 pi by 2 radian. So this becomes 3 pi by 2 radian, 3 pi by 2. So from here to here it is 3 pi by 2. Now again from this point I'll go back to the positive y axis. So till here it was 3 pi by 2. Till here it is 3 pi by 2. From here, so I have gone to y axis means, so this angle will be pi now. This angle will be 180. So add 180 to 3 pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2 plus pi. So from here to here it is 3 pi by 2, and this angle it is pi. So that is why I am adding pi to 3 pi by 2. So take up the LCM. 2 will be multiplied with pi, we get 2 pi. 3 pi plus 2 pi, it will be 5 pi. So 5 pi by 2. So this angle will be there on the positive y axis. So till here it is 5 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2. Now again from this point come back to the negative y axis. So till here it is 5 pi by 2. So I'll write 5 pi by 2. Then plus this angle. This angle is nothing but the 180 degree or the pi radian. 5 pi by 2 plus pi. Take up the LCM. 2 will be multiplied with pi. We get 2 pi. 5 pi plus 2 pi. It will be 7 pi. by 2. So what we have now? 7 pi by 2. So I can write that angle here, 7 pi by 2. Then, one second. Yes. So till here it is 7 pi by 2. So from here again I'll go back to the positive y-axis. So 7 pi by 2 plus pi. So what we get? 7 pi by 2 plus pi. We have to add 180. So take up the LCM. Overall we get 9 pi by 2. So we will be having that angle here, 9 pi by 2. So till here it is 9 pi by 2. If you take one more rotation, now come back to the negative y-axis. From here, negative y-axis means, so 9 pi by 2 plus pi. What we get now? 9 pi by 2 plus pi. So take up the LCM now. Overall we get 11 pi by 2. So here we have 11 pi by 2. So observe all these angles now. For all these angles, cos value will be 0 for all these angles. So now, so here pi by 2 is nothing but 1 pi by 2. Is that clear? 1 pi by 2 and then 3 pi by 2. So 1, 3, then 5 pi by 2, that is 5. Then 7 pi by 2, it is 7. Then 9, then 11. Observe these numbers now. So we have odd multiple. Is that clear? So these are the odd multiples of the integers. So now, so I'll write here cos x equal to 0 if x which is equals to, if x equal to pi by 2 and then 3 pi by 2 and then 3 pi by 2, then 5 pi by 2 and then 7 pi by 2. So it continues. So now cos x will be 0 for the negative angles as well, for minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2. So here we are measuring the angle in anti-clockwise direction. That is why we are getting the positive case. If we measure the same angles in the clockwise direction, we get the negative angle. So whenever you go for the anti-clockwise, we get the positive angle. Whenever you go for the clockwise direction, we get the negative angle. So if x which is equals to minus pi by 2 and then minus 3 pi by 2 and then minus 5 pi by 2 and so on. So now instead of writing this, can we write cos x which is equals to 0, cos x equal to 0 if x which is equals to, combine these two, plus or minus pi by 2 and then plus or minus 3 pi by 2 and then plus or minus 5 pi by 2 and so on. So cos x becomes 0 if x which is equals to plus or minus pi by 2, plus or minus 3 pi by 2, plus or minus 5 pi by 2. So now these are all the odd multiples of integers. Now can we generalize this? Yes, we can generalize this formula. Instead of writing this particular case, I can generalize it. Cos x which is equals to 0, cos x equal to 0 if or implies, cos x equal to 0 implies x which is equals to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n is the integer, where n belongs to z. So here all these angles are odd multiple of pi by 2, odd multiples of pi by 2. See here, cos x is equals to 0, cos x becomes 0 when x becomes 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So where n is any integer. So cross verify, take n as 0. If you take n as 0, this will be eliminated, we get pi by 2, you get this angle. Now take n as 1. So 2 into 1 it is 2, 2 plus 1 it will be 3, we get 3 pi by 2, we get this case. Then take n as 2, you get 5 pi by 2, n as 3, you get 7 pi by 2. And if you take n as minus 1, so what we get now, minus 2 plus 1 it will be minus 1, minus 1 into pi by 2 it is minus pi by 2. So for n equal to minus 1 you get this. Now take n equal to minus 2, you get this case. So cos x becomes 0 when x is going to be odd multiple of pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2. And then sin x equal to 0 implies x equal to n pi, or for any multiple of pi. Here n indicates any multiple of pi. So here 2n plus 1 indicates odd multiple of pi. So this is regarding the sin x equal to 0 and cos x equal to 0.